Hello, playful eco warriors, and welcome to another episode of Climate for Fun, the podcast that turns climate change into a laughing matter. Here's Antonio Salituro, climate scientist, writer, and comedian. I'm thrilled to have Laura Formenti with me today. Laura is a stand-up comedian, actress, and content creator. And welcome, Laura, and thanks for joining me.
Thank you for the invitation.
Thanks a lot. Ready to make us laugh about climate change?
Yeah. I'm ready.
Okay, let's crack on then. We'll go through some questions if it's okay with you, yeah?
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay. So, Laura, you're the first Italian guest on this podcast. Ooh. And I want to make you feel home, right? I was thinking we could have talked about what the Italian government is doing about climate change, but there is a problem. Silence makes me feel uncomfortable. No, seriously, what do you think about Italy's climate action so far?
I'm very excited to be the first Italian guest, but I think I will be with the guest with the worst English of all. But
That's all right, it's very fine.
I'm not that experienced about Italy's climate action. In fact, I think that the government in Italy is very conservative, and I think it's very scared about technology. In this day, we are talking about synthetic meat and all that is not traditional is suspicious in Italy.
Yeah, true.
So I don't know what is doing Italy for climate action, in fact.
Yeah, unfortunately, not much, to be honest. I'll give you a spoiler, but
I can imagine.
Anyway, we'll get back to the food issue later on, by the way.
Yeah.
And anyway, so in one of your Instagram reels, you said that you perform as a stand-up comedian at a funeral. Now, I also know that you took part in the Stand Up for Climate event. So I'm curious to know what's harder, making people laugh after their beloved died, or making people laugh by telling them they are gonna die.
Yeah, it's true. I performed in a funeral. I performed after a funeral.
Okay.
But I wasn't invited. It was an accident.
All right.
While when I took part in the Stand Up for Climate, I was invited.
Okay.
And there were a lot of young people. I think that young people are more interested in ecological theme than the adults. But they are all alive. Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. That's good to know.
No one was dead.
So what's harder then? What's the most difficult one? Funeral or climate change?
I think it's harder at the funeral. No one laugh.
Okay,
No one.
right. Well, I believe so. I guess it makes sense.
Yeah.
Even though we
It's
should,
very hard.
I think we should take it a bit less seriously. Funerals. In the end, death is part of life, isn't it?
Yeah. We can create a new format for
Yeah,
funerals.
yeah.
I don't
Stand-up comedy funeral. I think I would do it for my funeral, to be honest. Well, not my.
Also
Of course,
mine,
not.
yeah.
Of course, I can't do it myself, obviously, because I'm gonna die. But
No.
can I book you in?
Yeah.
That's great. That's great. Cool. That's sorted. All good. Okay. All right. So, like yourself, there are a few other Italian comedians who are covering climate change in their performance.
Yeah.
However, none of you brand yourself as climate comedians, yeah? So now I'm not trying to put a label on you, but right here, right now, you have the chance to claim the title of first Italian climate comedian ever. Did I sell it to you? Don't worry, if you say yes, I won't charge you for that.
Yes, it's a good idea. Thank you. But I don't like labels. I don't like labels very much. Yes. Now for marketing, it's very useful.
Yeah.
In Italy, there are so many comedians, and it's easier to have a label. There are the feminist comedian, the angry comedian.
Yeah.
But I prefer to be free, and I like to speak about ecology, but I to talk about other things. So I prefer to be free.
Okay, so you wouldn't say that climate change is your first, one of the main topics you cover, I guess, or not?
Yes, one of the main, but it's not the only one.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. That's good. Cool. So another eco events you participated in was about recycling. So Rolly Williams, a pioneer of climate comedy, made a very funny joke about plastic recycling. Well, at least for me, it was funny. I'm sure you know who Beyonce is, yeah? But I dare you to remember the name of the other Destiny Child members.
Well, I don't remember.
That's my point. We'll come to my point. So basically, plastic recycling is like those ladies nobody remembers, while plastic reduction is like Beyonce. In other words, the point is that plastic recycling is much less important than plastic reduction. So I was wondering, how are you doing with your Beyonce or plastic reduction, if you like? So how are you doing with that?
Well, I have my mother is German, so I was educated since I was very young to recycle everything, to store the trash. I try to reduce plastic, but it's really hard. I think. In Italy also we use plastic for everything, and so it's. I don't know. I think I'm doing nothing.
Okay, well, I appreciate your honesty. To be honest, it's like let's say that you are aligning with your government, yeah. Let's say that. No, I'm joking. I mean, honestly.
I'm trying to take vegetables and fruit with the I don't know how to say. There are
less packaging. You mean?
Yeah, less packaging, but there are people that bring me at home the fruit.
Oh, okay.
And use the fruit and the vegetables that no one wants.
Right. Okay. Yeah. The so-called ugly food, you know, like you heard about.
Yeah. I don't make body shaming on fruits and vegetables.
That's great, honestly. That's great to hear, yeah. No, that's cool. It's something already, you know.
Yeah.
So someone can start with very simple things like going to a shop with a reusable bag, to and get fruit and veg from a local shop like which hasn't got the so-called fruttivendolo in Italy, yeah. So you just get them without all the packaging, all the ridiculous packaging you have in the big shops, like. So
I don't use the packaging for fruits and vegetables.
Yeah, well, that's already something. You're already doing more than the Italian government. Okay. It was easy though. Anyway, right. Let's go ahead. So you also made a sketch to promote insects as a more sustainable source of proteins compared to meat. To come back to your point before. As you might have heard, last January the EU approved the use of cricket flour for making a number of products, including bread, pasta, and even pizza.
Yeah.
As you know, this was a hard bite to digest for many Italian people, including one of the most famous Italian pizza makers, Gino Sorbillo. So Gino said that even thinking about using cricket flours for making his pizza was giving me butterflies in his stomach, which is not a good thing in English, yeah? Well, it didn't quite say that, but something along those lines. So my question for you is, have you ever eaten any insect? And if you haven't, would you do it to reduce your food environmental impact?
I don't think I promote insects, but I talk about the fact that to eat insects is not so strange in some parts of the world. But in this moment in Italy, we are talking about this team, the cricket, the
flower,
the cricket flower, but I never ate insects. One of my friends that is a good cook, he cooks very well. He proposed me to try the cricket cake. But I'm not ready for that.
Okay.
I'm not ready.
Is it? No. There's no drug involved, yeah? Like space cake or something, yeah? Cricket
no,
is just
okay. Only crickets. But someone says that it's good. That is like I don't know how to say the
sustainable.
The
you mean?
They're
like nuts. It tastes like nuts.
It's like nuts. Yeah.
Okay. Well, cool. It sounds good to me.
Yeah. But
Okay.
someone that say that it's good. The test it's good. But
So
uh,
yeah.
in my mind, one day I will become a vegetarian
Okay.
because yeah, I prefer.
Yeah, so I mean, coming back to the cricket thing, So, do you like any of those, any seafood, like I don't know, prawns, let's say, yeah, like for example, yeah.
Yeah. I
So,
eat and I like seafood, and I don't think it's different from crickets.
and there you go, and there you go. That's my point. Every
Yeah,
time someone complains about insect, I bring up this. We Italian eat loads of seafood and all those prawns, all those creatures which are
yeah.
just insect, but in the sea. Really, it's just
Yeah. For this reason, I think it's insane. This the
yeah, yeah, yeah.
scandal about insects, and it was very hard because people wrote me some like haters,
Oh wow, really?
bad messages. Yeah.
Wow.
I can show you because also the minister Salvini talk
Okay.
about that. So it was so it was not a good moment when I did this spot, this catch,
Right.
because
That's
many people wrote me bad things
okay.
about.
Like something like you look like a cricket. Like something like that. Oh god.
Yeah.
So bad.
They told me I promote the insane. I don't know.
Yeah,
Uh,
insects mania, something like that. Yeah.
yeah, something like that.
Oh well.
So
Too bad. But just people don't think about it because we're just used. It's about just about getting used to because obviously we have been eating like prawns and other stuff like that for
yeah,
ages.
no.
It's just because this is new and everything that's new and everything we don't know much about, we are kind of scared or reluctant to.
But it's what I told you in Italy. All what is not traditional,
Yeah.
it's you viewed with suspicious. It's strange. So it's the devil.
Yeah, no. Coming from Calabria, I can, I
Yeah,
totally relate. I totally relate,
you know.
as you can imagine. Anyway, so okay, let's completely change subject. Yeah? You told me that your dad has been studying climate change since he retired. What a genius, honestly. I think that's the most original excuse a husband has ever come up with to avoid spending time with his wife. I think.
Yeah,
So
true.
anyway, anyway, no, I'm joking. But did you learn anything interesting from him? I mean, are you talking to him?
Yes. We talk about that, and sometimes it scares me.
Oh,
Uh, yeah. It's scary sometimes to speak with him because he
okay.
remember. For example, I remember that once he was talking with me with about the melting of the glacier.
Yeah.
Uh, there are many, and he told me that there are many ancient and unknown bacteria emerging from the surface when the
Oh, yeah.
glacier are melting, and so it's very dangerous because
Yeah.
it may cause new epidemic, and
Epidemic.
so it's very scary
Oh, yeah.
when
After
it's
the
all
COVID,
about that.
we have already had enough, I think. But you never know, unfortunately. Yeah. That's very scary, to be honest. But well, there is other complication, to be honest, as well. Like the permafrost is defrosting, and it's
Yeah.
releasing methane, so everything is getting more complicated. Anyway, what can you do? Well, we need to fight climate change. So, okay, so tell me one thing about climate change that makes you laugh. I know it's hard, but if you can come up with something, I don't know.
Yeah, I I I I think that the something that make me laugh is that the life of an ecologist is like a cycle. No, also the
Yeah,
ecologists have a life cycle because
yeah,
when you are young, your parents educate you to become an ecologist, to
yeah,
divide the rubbish,
yeah,
and then you when you became a boy or a girl, you became an activist, and then when you are an adult, you are less interested.
Yeah.
And finally, when you get old, you don't give a shit of and this is your moment because you can piss off the other people.
Okay, so like that sounds like a very bad version of Charles Darwin evolution theory, isn't it? Like I guess.
Yeah.
Like
I told you my father was an anthropologist.
Yeah, so. Yeah, oh yeah, sure. Yeah, that's it basically. Yeah, the evolution, the terrible evolution of an ecologist. You know, the new movie, a new movie. Okay, wow, the devolution. Yeah. So okay, tell me one fun thing people can do to fight climate change.
Oh, but it's very simple. They can plant trees.
Okay.
In this moment, I think it's very important to plant trees because it's spring. It's really sunny, and I need a tree out of my window because it's too sunny in my house.
Yeah,
so
fair enough.
Someone can plant a tree in my garden. So
okay, but by the way, can you send some of the sunshine this way? I mean, like, because in the UK we haven't got much.
Yes, I understand. It's not your problem. Yeah.
Honestly, it would be nice. It would be nice. But I'll plant a tree anyway. That's all right.
But if you can send us some rain, because
okay,
the problem of the rain.
Okay, we can do an exchange. That sounds good.
Okay.
Good. Right. Okay. So that now it's your moment. Yeah. So it's the floor is yours. So it's a stand up for the climate moment. Yeah. I guess you already did it. But if you can come up with one joke, about climate change.
I confess I have a soft spot for clothes. I buy more clothes than I need. But then I watch those documentaries about the pollution they cause and I feel guilty. But in some weeks I forget. And again, I buy clothes. And then I feel guilty and then I buy clothes. I'm not good with the circular economy, I know. But I am the best with the circular guilt. I feel guilty in particular when I see those landfills with thousands and thousands of clothes still with a price tag. It's a big waste of tags, don't you think? Nowadays, we are buying all the time. The 22nd of April is the World Earth Day. And how do we celebrate? Buying things, yes. All brands offer us discount codes. It's crazy. Happy birthday, dear Earth. Happy birthday, dear Earth. And the gifts to me. And the packaging of the gifts again to you.
All right, so I hope either you're prepared or not, you're gonna be tested with my quiz. Who wants to be climate aware? Are you ready to play that?
Yeah, I can try.
Yeah, well, that's the best you can do.
Yeah, I'm ready.
So it just need to answer 3 multiple choice questions. So it's gonna be easy. Though, sorry to disappoint you, but it's only for the glory, yeah?
Okay.
Okay, so first question. Well, first of all, I got a little bit of background for this question. So I read on a website that when you were 4, you dressed up as moss as part of your school nativity scene. First of all, is that true?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay, it's true. You confirm it's true. So I must admit, it's the first time I've heard anything like that, it was funny, to be honest, to read. Anyway, I think you were meant to be a climate comedian. So not sure if you know, but moss is very green, and I'm not talking about its color. So my first question is, how much CO2 can half a square meter of moss absorb? So you got 3 options. As much as that released by charging 122 smartphones, or as much as that released by charging 122 lights for a nativity scene, or as much as that released by 122 donkeys charging Saint Joseph.
The second one.
Ooh. Shame. Well, it sounds fun, but it was the first one. But it's fine. It's fine. No worries. Okay, so second question. What's hot lightning? Okay. So A new therapy to soothe climate anxiety. Then a long continuing current strike that is more likely to ignite wildfires than a typical lightning. Or C, a new way to torture climate deniers until they realize that global warming is happening and humans are causing it.
The second one.
There you go. You got it. Cool.
Oh, phew.
That's right. That was difficult. Yeah?
That's correct.
Yeah. Okay, so last one. Yeah, last question. Who said that since they raised the alert on global warming is cold and foggy, I'm still waiting for this global warming? So who said that? Ricky Gervais, after smoking weed in his room naked. B. Matteo Salvini, the Italian Minister of Infrastructure and Transport. C. Laura Formenti, while going around Milan on Christmas Eve with only a layer of moss on.
Second one.
Second one, yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. The Minister Salvini, unfortunately, said that.
Yeah. It's really hard to be a comedian in Italy.
Yeah, that's a proper one. Yeah, he's trying to steal your job. Be careful.
Yeah, all the time. It's really hard.
High competition from politicians.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's the end of this Climate for Fun episode. Laura, thank you so much for your fun contribution.
Thank you to you.
And of course, thanks to whoever tuned in today. Next episode will be in a month as usual. In the meantime, remember to fight climate change one laugh at a time. Ciao!